Good evening, Libra, and welcome to Hoodie Priestess Tarot. I'm Jody, and we're going to go ahead and do a reading for you that will be good for the week of August 10th, Monday, through Sunday, August 16th. And we'll begin with this deck that I'm still breaking in, the Enchanted Forhaxa. Forhaxa being a Swedish word that stands for bewitched. And I am drawing one card for all the tarot signs and then reading from the book to see what the interpretation is, which helps me learn the deck. And it also, if there's anything different in there that I haven't seen before, it adds to my knowledge base of how to interpret cards. So this is for Libra for the week coming up. One Enchanted Forhaxa card, please. Something very good for Libra. Thank you. The Knight of Air, which would correlate to the Knight of Swords. Is it a falcon? It looks like it might be a falcon. I'm not sure. She has. It's got long tail feathers and roses. And remember now, if you were watching me before, this deck focuses on mermaids and fairies. Okay, so let's look up the Knight of Air then and see what it has to say. For Libra. With their sharp features and piercing eyes, the Knight of Air commands the attention of all within their presence. If you encounter this creature, be warned that they will swiftly and accurately assess your strengths and weaknesses, and if you catch them on a bad day, they will highlight your flaws to prove their superiority. Holding their tongue is not something they enjoy doing. On the contrary, this fairy almost takes pleasure in their bluntness. Although at times rough, their tone is biting. They do offer what most do not: straightforward, honest, and accurate information that always proves to be helpful during times of uncertainty. The Knight of Air helps us speak up when we need an authoritative voice or to show our subject knowledge to persuade others. When this energy supports us, we can articulate our ideas succinctly, and as a result, we become an invaluable asset to others when they require fast, accurate information. The problem arises when we lean too much into the energy of the Knight of Air because it creates a narrative within that we are indispensable, a narrative that we often use to justify our actions. It is the Knight of Air that has us treating those around us like idiots or inferior. The Knight of Air energy will have us asking that our rude behavior be excused because there is no time for formalities or caring for others' feelings when information needs to be delivered. When the Knight of Air appears in a reading, be aware that your attitude may be putting those around you off. And although you may hold a great deal of wisdom, no one is ever indispensable. Your sharp intellect will open doors. How far you get into the room is up to you. Wow. One thing I've noticed about these interpretations is that they are biting. And I wonder, the author is M.J. Cullinane, and she's the same author and artist who did the Urban Crow, which I love. I wonder if she's an air sign. But Libra, this night is your personal night because you're an air sign. So this is your element, my dear. Here, We'll look at it again. I love the wings. I love the dress on this knight. Now, when I confront the knight in other decks, I usually think of him as too fast, too furious, very dramatic. I like that this one, I'm sorry to be going on and on, but I like that this book interprets it as one who is delivering information. I have met personalities like that before. I'm thinking of somebody I used to work with. Anyway, let's look at your celestial navigation spread. Okay, for Libra, in the week coming up, the 10th to the 16th, show us where Libra is at this time. Thank you. And we're using the Phantomwise deck right now. And we have the Ace of Swords back in your element. Wow, you've got a lot of sharpness going so far. All right, this one came out wanting attention. What is it? It's the Six of Pentacles. It's the card of giving and receiving. I'm going to set it off to the side. I'll put it right up here on top of this deck. Okay, now, next, what will be helpful to Libra? What will be helpful to Libra in this week ahead, please? Helpful to Libra, thank you. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Oh, yeah, the opposite of the sword. All right, let's keep all this in mind, Libra, because you really did have a sharp card there. Okay, now what is fading for Libra in the week ahead? What's fading from their attention? What's fading from their focus? For Libra, please. Thank you. This one wants attention too. Okay, so we have the Chariot. Okay, now who is this? It's the Knight of Swords. Okay, all right, Libra, these two are the same. Different decks, same character. You've got them on the table twice, so that must be very important for you this week. All right, let's take these extra cards and put them, I want them in the camera. We'll put them right here. All right, then for Libra, if the Chariot is fading, what is right in front of Libra? What's the center of their focus? What is their attention on in this upcoming week? Thank you. It is the Three of Pentacles. That's what your attention is on, the Three of Pentacles in this upcoming week. All right, then what is it that Libra hasn't seen yet? What's up in the distance coming around the bend or over the horizon that Libra hasn't considered yet? Thank you. Ooh. The Magician. Woo woo. You're the first one to get that in my round of readings this week. Okay, and then what is the destiny or the goal for this upcoming week? Where is Libra headed this upcoming week? Where is Libra trying to go? Thank you. The Two of Swords. All right, I'm going to rearrange really quick here so I can just fit everything on. And move this one out here. The Knight of Swords is with us twice. All right. Okay. So where you are right now is at a point of clarity and some version of the truth. You may be preparing to have a conversation with somebody. It may be a sharp conversation. It could be a ouch or a difficult conversation. So this is the card of getting ready to speak. Can also be the card of cutting something away that's not serving you anymore, but we'll look at the rest of the reading. What will help you, Libra, is to be compassionate. Okay? You may have a truth to tell. You may have strong information to convey. Remember this Knight of Swords that's here. Strong information to convey. It may be even very important or crucial information to convey, but it will be helpful to you to do it compassionately, softly, tenderly. And also with this card, you would get the element of being a good listener. If you adopt the stance of the Queen of Cups, you are a confidant. Somebody can feel trusting and easy in your presence. You are somebody easy to talk to. What is fading out for you is moving forcefully and with conviction and with determination. So this is also very quick movement. You have a lot of cards of speed in your reading. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight of all the knights. There's 4 knights in Tarot. He is the very fastest. You have him here twice. You have her here. And then you also have Chariot. Chariot is the fastest card in the tarot deck. Chariot can be a vehicle of pomp and circumstance. It can also be a vehicle of war. If you think back to ancient times when the chariot was the main, well, not the main form of conveyance, not the way we know cars. Everybody has a car. Everybody certainly did not have a chariot. The powerful people, the warriors, had chariots, and they could do a lot of damage with them. So this is moving out, okay? Now, what is in your focus is collaboration. You are working with others. Okay. I can see how this reading of the Knight of Swords is starting to really hold this whole spread together so far. You are going to collaborate with others. You have a very important part to play, but be aware of not being too heavy, not charging too fastly, and being compassionate and tender with other people. What's coming up for you in the future that you haven't realized yet is your ability to create, maybe create a circumstance, maybe create an atmosphere, maybe create a project with other people. But this is the ultimate creator. And he's a part that we all have. The magician is part of us all. Now, your magician is out. Your magician is out on the table. So you will be creating. You can create something from nothing. You may be doing it in collaboration with other people, probably. So how to work with other people then is going to be important. How do you get cooperation with everybody? Now, I want to point out that we've got these extra cards that landed on the table wanting attention. One, of course, is the Knight of Swords. All right, we talked about that. The other one is the Six of Pentacles. It's the card of giving and receiving. It's the card of, depending on which character you are here, you could be the woman in the window who's going to give something to the little dogs. Yes, the little dogs that are barking at her window, they want something, probably something to eat. Will she give to both equally? Will she favor one or the other? You could be one of the little dogs as a character, and this one is waiting to get something. Are they going to get what they think they're worth? Are they going to get an equal share? How do we give? How do we receive? In what mood or in what countenance do we give and receive? So if we give harshly and dramatically, will we receive in return the same treatment from others? Because this can also be a card of karma. You get what you deserve can also be a meaning of this card. So it seems in alignment with what's on the table. And then where are we headed? We're headed for the Two of Swords, which is an odd place to head for. Because the Two of Swords is somebody who has a choice to make or a decision to make, but purposefully is not considering all the information available to them. They know about information and they are purposefully not figuring it into the equation. They are purposefully not seeing something. Like one spouse who knows that another spouse is cheating on them, but purposefully chooses not to see it or acknowledge it for any number of reasons, I suppose. Maybe doing so would upset the happy home. I don't know. I'm just thinking of an example where a person would have a choice to make and purposefully choose not to see all the information. I find that an odd place to be heading for. What's on the bottom of our deck? The High Priestess. And I think the High Priestess would come and tell you to listen to your intuition. And your intuition may very well, Libra, be the thing that you are choosing not to listen to. And I think this theme of listening to the intuition has come up in Libra readings before. Underneath the High Priestess, we have death. And death would be a major change, a major transformation, the ending of something so that another thing can begin. What does that mean to you, Libra, if anything? Because after that, we have 2 10s, and they're very, if we have like bad endings and good endings, these are good endings. One is the 10 of Pentacles, very prosperous, material situation, and the other is the 10 of Cups, which is a very happy, emotional situation. Listen to your intuition. Beware of not seeing what you know is true. Swords are the swords of truth, right? Beware of not seeing what you know is true. And beware of dealing too harshly, quickly, or rashly with other people, even if they seem idiotic to you or stupid. Have compassion for them. I think that's what this spread is trying to tell you. Okay, Libra. Now, let's look at the Urban Crow Oracle and see what advice it has for you. Urban Crow Oracle, we are looking for Oracle card for Libra in the week of August 10th through August 16th. Please, what do we have for Libra, please? Thank you. Observation. Looking at a spider web. Can you see? Crow looking at the spider web. The number is 34. 34 reduces to 7. I always think of 7 as the number of spirit being active in our life. Okay, let's read about it because I do not have this one committed to memory. 34. Observation. The crow watches the spider, intrigued by how it catches its meals. The crow could simply pluck that spider right up, but instead It decides to learn a little first. Observation asks that you hold back from reacting and take some time to analyze the situation. There may be something of value that will only reveal itself if given the time. This card may also indicate that you would be better served by being a spectator and staying out of a situation. You will learn more from listening than from talking. Now that card reminds me of this card, Queen of Cups. Remember, she's the confidant. She's the one that people feel safe talking to. She's the one that people can trust with their feelings. I don't know what you're going into this week, but that's what the cards are saying. And it's interesting now, Libra, how they're all hanging together across 3 decks. They all seem to be singing in harmony to you. Okay, Libra, so I want to thank you for supporting me and my work and this channel. I appreciate you very much. And I'm happy to read for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, please have a good week. Thank you. Bye-bye.